기대 압박을 못 이긴 몇 번의 실축 자만 나태함 속에 던졌던 말로 홈런을 맞는 실투 다 끝 나가 같았지만 우리 앞길을 막지만 하고 외치며 마음을 다잡 보냈었지 진짜 한치 앞도 안 보이는 가시밭길에서도 절대 유턴 없이 잘 봐라 느리로 의지하면서 둘이 딱 붙어갔지 비극 지극 기가 아프지만 지나고 보면 웃음 나오는 희극 그래서 우린 지금을 참고 살아 난 미쳤다 생각하면서 keep dreaming 희망이란 끈 잡고 살아 이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈 넘고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈 너와 천천히
We're coming at you from the beautiful Amway Center in downtown Orlando, Florida, home of the Magic. Well, it was the Toronto Raptors in their last game, a loss to the Hawks. And it's going to be the Magic off the tip. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Whiteside is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Williams. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Parker in at the 1. Dishes it to Antetokounmpo. Here's Whiteside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Conley kicks to Oladipo. At the elbow, Green. And it comes off the front of the... rim.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
Now here's DeRozan. And that's collected by Hill. And Orlando has possession. Oladipo, the pass to Hill. Back to Oladipo. Hill, a screen on Williams. And Oladipo kicks to Hill. Outside DeRozan. Whiteside a screen. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. As we were talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto. Took them, Greg, to back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach. Really known as a defensive specialist, but once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice.
Even though it went down, I don't think that's the kind of look they should be settling for.
There's the pick. Williams with a clean look. Bangs home the trifecta. Williams has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Conley dishes to Oladipo. And it's going to be a 3-second call. For the Orlando Magic, they come into this one following a loss to Atlanta. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Parker kicks to Williams. Clock at 6. DeRozan passes to Antetokounmpo. Shoots from 12. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. The Magic making a switch here. Jerebko's checked in. The Magic trailed by 3. They set the pick to the paint. It's Solomon to Antetokounmpo for the... Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this?
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
Parker kicks to Williams. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Williams. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Conley picks him up. Antetokounmpo dishes to DeRozan. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. DeRozan's got his first 2 points. Oladipo, the pass to Jerebko. He feeds it to Vucevic. Puts up the baby hook. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Fast break, Toronto. And DeRozan kicks to Parker. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Parker. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
They've worked hard in creating great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
Oladipo outside. And it's Green missing. And for Gerald Green, another productive year last season coming off the bench. Though it was a smaller role, a small step back from the season before when he started over half the games for the Suns.
Well, there was a log jam in Phoenix at the wing position last season. He certainly matured, though, as he never complained about not starting, just went out and did his job.
Raptors leading by 7. Parker with it. Now defended by Oladipo. Williams dishes to Parker. Shot clock at 6. Toronto needs to get off his shot. It's stolen by Vucevic. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's DeRozan. Vucevic with the block. Green kicks to Conley. Nailed from three-point land. Conley's got his first 3 points of the game. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And guys, Gerald Green looked to be out of the NBA at one point in his career, but since coming back from Russia, he has completely reinvented himself as a player.
So for the Magic, Turner's checked in for Vucevic. Butler comes in for Green. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Victor Oladipo. Brandon Wright's checked in for Toronto. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Parker passes to Antetokounmpo. Free throw line jump shot. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. And for Gerald Green, and him reinventing himself, really was just known as a dunker before heading overseas.
You know, Kevin, he came back with a better shot and a better understanding of how to win as a player. Strange to think that there was a time that he couldn't find a way onto an NBA roster.
Here's your Redco. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Parker with it. Conley picks him up. Wright sets a screen. Right side, DeRozan. Butler with the steal. Conley into the lane. Left side, Butler. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Butler's got his first bucket of the night. And for Caron Butler, came into the league as a hard-nosed defender, good rebounder for a small forward. But it seems like as he matured, Greg, he became more of a three-point marksman.
Great point. And, you know, early in his career, the difficulty with the outside shot, his game was more about toughness. But like most smart veterans, he extended his range so he could live to play a little longer, which he certainly has.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Wayne Dedmon comes in for Turner. And Harris subbed in for Mike Conley. Glenn Davis is checked in for Toronto. Rivers comes in for Williams. The Magic trail by 4.
And, you know, going back to Caron Butler, he became a complete offensive player at the height of his career. I mean, he improved his ball handling so he could get his shot off from any place on the court. His pull-up, mid-range jumper, cash money. And in a couple years, he averaged nearly 5 assists a game.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Harris against Parker. Passes it to Rivers. To the inside. Butler with the steal.
We've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. But those turnovers could have been avoided. Careless mistakes.
Absolutely. They've got to get a tighter handle on the ball. And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And when you talk about Caron Butler, I think the progression of his skill set proves that you can do anything you put your mind to. I mean, this is a guy who's shown what dedication and hard work really mean, and it's made him into one of the best small forwards in our game for a stretch of his career.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Butler on the wing. Pass to Dedmon. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Inside. Deflects the pass. And here we go with Waiters running it up the court. He kicks to Urebko. Parker with it. Devin Harris covering. Parker dishes to DeRozan. They need this one. First trip to the line for him here.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
Cannon, he's checked in for Toronto. Butler on the wing. Pass to Urebko. And Waiters kicks to Harris. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Harris has got his second bucket.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Out of bounds. Orlando takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Turner's checked in for Urebko. Harris passes to Butler. Here's Turner. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
And the Raptors with the ball following the miss by Miles Turner. Here's Rivers. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And Toronto making a change here. Ross is checked in. Orlando's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Harris kicks to Waiters. There's the screen. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Once again off the mark, Orlando. .102 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Davis. Lays it up and banks it in. Davis has got his first basket.
You know, with the extra weight he has over his man there, I mean, he's going to be hard to slow down when he gets ahead of steam. Those extra LBs make a difference.
Now here's Turner. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Harris dishes to Butler. Clock at 4. Here's Turner. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Cannon kicks to Ross. Wright with a screen on Butler. Ross passes to Wright. He used that pick to get in close.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And Waiters has it in the corner. Sinks the triple. Waiters got himself on the board with 3 there. Here's Ross. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Raptors lead by 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter is about ready to get underway. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
You always like it when your team doesn't settle for outside shots, and that's been the case here early on.
Yeah, I agree with you. They've done a nice job, Greg, working it low and not taking the easy way out on offense, keeping that pressure on the defense by going inside.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Toronto right now, Williams and Ross at the 2 and 3. Whiteside is out there with Antetokounmpo, and it's Rivers in at the 1 spot.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Now here's Ross. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Clock at 2. Williams, that's a 2-pointer. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. And that one's good. And it's a 3-point Magic lead.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
And guys, Dion Waiters is a man who has never met a shot he didn't like. Despite shooting less than 40% from the field last season, he just kept on shooting. Now, every once in a while, he'd get hot and it would look good. But when he's off, which was most of the time, it didn't look very good. He's got to improve shot selection and shot discipline.
Now here's Turner, following the miss by Lewis Williams.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Rivers kicks to Williams. The dish to Ross. Down low. And here we go with Waiters, running it up the court. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Terrence Ross. Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut down to just 3 in the basket from Ross. Hey, getting back to Waiters, there's a reason the Cavaliers dealt the former 4th overall pick in the draft. Not only did he shoot poorly, but Clark, he averaged less than 2 assists a game.
Yeah, I think it's a mindset adjustment with Waiters. I've loved his talent and his ability to make plays and shots. Now he just has to recalibrate his thinking so he can be effective in the role he's asked to play.
And here's Whiteside after Devin Harris hitting the 3.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
He dishes it to Dedmon. Back to Harris. Butler passes to Turner. Offensive rebound. Here's Dedmon. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
That's his first personal foul.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Magic?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Jerebko's checked in for Turner. Green comes in for Caron Butler. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Dion Waiters. And it's Wright missing.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Oladipo dishes to Jerebko. Green inside the three-point line. The shot is off. And Toronto will go the other way with it. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Parker kicks to Ross. 6 to shoot. Antetokounmpo passes to Wright. It's deflected. Harris with it. He's got 10. The pass to Oladipo. Down low. Out to Harris. Back to Green. Oladipo outside. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Michael Conley, he's checked in for Orlando.
Michael Conley.
Now here's Parker. Feeds it to Hood. Back to Parker. Shot to stop the drought. Count that one. Orlando leading by 5. Conley kicks to Oladipo. Green left side. Oladipo dishes to Green. Back to Oladipo. And he goes in for the dunk.
Emphatic throw down there.
That one reverberated throughout the building.
Nothing soft about his approach at the attack.
Now here's Parker. Wright sets a screen. Ross against Green. Here's the screen. Parker kicks to Hood. 4 on the shot clock. It's Parker with the drive. Orlando grabs the miss. Dedmon's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Outside, Green. And there's the feed to Jerebko. Back to Green. Kicks to Jerebko. Pulls up on the elbow. Conley's shot is off.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Right side, Antetokounmpo. Ross for 3. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Ross has got 5 points in the quarter. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And Terrence Ross showed fantastic development in his 2nd season. but really took a step back last year. All of his shooting percentages were down. He exuded confidence, but still at times just could not buy a basket.
So for the Magic, Vucevic comes in for Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Hill in for Jerebko. A new group in now for the Raptors. Whiteside's checked in for Wright. Davis comes in for Antetokounmpo. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Ross. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Hood. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
A three ball. Rebounded by Vucevic.
He hit a three in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Conley against Parker. Here's Vucevic. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Now here's Williams. He's got 5. And the jam by Whiteside.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Here's Green. And he gets it to go. Green's got his second bucket of the night.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Outside DeRozan. Whiteside sets the pick for DeRozan. Davis, the pass to Whiteside. Dishes to Williams. Drills it from outside. Williams has got 8 points.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Conley kicks to Green. It's Oladipo on the wing. Back to Green. Good ball movement here by the Magic. And Vucevic throws it down.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Outside Williams. Back to Parker. Stolen by Conley. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way. He feeds it to Green.
Now that was pretty. That was just a nice-looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
And guys, how about the awareness there with that finish in traffic?
Williams, that's a two-pointer. And no good, trying to use the glass.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes.
Conley dishes to Green. Passes to Vucevic. To the middle. And it's Hill. That time the assist by Vucevic. Hill's got the lead up to 7 now for Orlando.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Now here's Parker. Inside. Wants to get it back to Whiteside and does. It's Williams with the drive. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Williams has got 7 points here in this quarter.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Green, the pass to Oladipo. Picked by Vucevic. And Oladipo kicks to Green. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And he was kicked in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Brandon Wright's checked in for Whiteside. 55 seconds left from the first half of basketball. DeRozan in the corner. Davis sets a screen. Outside DeRozan. from 13. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Raptors shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
The Raptors making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Conley into the lane. Pass to Hill. Back to Conley. That's short off the rim.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. A baseline J. And that's good for 2. Antetokounmpo's got his 3rd basket of the night. Conley inside the line. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. It's the Magic leading by just 1. 2K Sports back in a moment from the Amway Center. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
A lot of action from Harris. 10-point, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. You look at Devin Harris. He's really been playing well.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Harris is out there with Dion Waiters. Then there's Jerebko. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Butler in the small forward. That's who's out there for Orlando.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Just 5 to shoot. Rebound by Parker. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
Here is Parker after Caron Butler's bucket. Parker kicks to DeRozan. Pass to Williams. There's the dish to Whiteside. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable, and for the most part, he was after those incidents.
Harris dishes to Waiters. He kicks it to Butler. Looking for Waiters and gets it there. Jerebko at the elbow. On the way, Harris. A 3. That doesn't go either for Butler.
And you know, the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. Second in the league in blocked shots last season. Also posted the second best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck.
DeRozan with it. Butler covering. It's DeRozan with the drive. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Butler on the wing. Back to Harris. He dishes it to Uredko. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Parker outside. Six on the shot clock. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Oh, terrific finish to get this game all knotted up there. He is a force to be reckoned with.
Brandon Wright's checked in for Whiteside.
And how good a playmaker has Tony Parker been? One of the best in recent history. The all-time leader in assists for the Spurs over his 14 years there. Just a crafty guy with the ball in his hand.
Now here's Waiters. There's the pass to Dedmon. It's tipped. It's stolen by DeRozan. And Williams gets it to go on the assist by Parker. 12 points for Lou Williams. And continuing our talk of Tony Parker, the first year he laced up his sneakers, he increased the tempo for that entire Spurs offense, and it continues to this day.
Yeah, and the increase in floor spacing and tempo, a big reason the Admiral, Tim Duncan, and Parker won the championship together in 2003, and obviously Duncan and Parker have won a few more rings since then.
And the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut back down to 1 point on the basket from Jerebko. Harris against Parker. Now here's DeRozan. He's guarded close. And Williams, here we go. Can't hit. Magic have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Waiters passes to Dedmon. Feeds to Harris. Shot from the low block. Jerebko can't get it to go. Toronto's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. On to Antetokounmpo's got 8.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Harris kicks to Waiters. Right side, Butler. There's the feed to Dedmon. Back to Butler. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And another fast break for Toronto. The Raptors are running. Here's Williams. Another miss by Williams.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Parker, right side. Tipped away. And stolen by Harris. And slam dunk by Butler.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And the Raptors call time here. And guys, over the last 2 seasons, Devin Harris has been a backup point guard, but one could argue that he's outperformed the guys that are directly ahead of him.
That's exactly right, Kevin. I mean, Harris came back to the team that he started his career with to be a support player, but injuries, trades, and generally poor fits elevated Harris's importance to the team.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Davis sets a screen. 4 on the clock. Ross with a wide open look. Misses off the left iron. Oladipo dishes to Hill. Back to Oladipo. Magic moving the ball around. For the lead, Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got 5.
You know, getting back to Devin Harris, he can really help you. But you want to do one thing, limit his minutes. 11 full seasons under his belt. Slender in build. It's best to play him around half the game if you can.
Now here's Rivers. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
You know, talking about the veteran Harris, his quickness was still apparent last season, and his skill set was a good fit for Coach Carlisle's flow offense. I mean, this guy's been around a long time, and there are very few that are quicker than him with the ball.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
And it's Conley penetrating. Toronto grabs the miss. Wright's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Cannon. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And finished off by Wright.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there, because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. Stolen by Rivers. Fast break, Toronto. Rivers has got the ball. Ross, that's good. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Toronto.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
But also, they put the offense on its heel. Look at the number of steals they've been able to get. And that's something they also can take great pride in.
Here's Cannon after the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. Ross on the wing. 5 on the clock. Back to Wright. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Oladipo outside. Kicks to Green. Dishes it to Conley. Shoots from 12. And it's Toronto with the rebound. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. And Cannon gets it to go. And the Raptors lead by 4.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Now here's Oladipo. Picked by Vucevic. Oh!
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
A nice shot by Rivers.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Conley up top. He has 5. Down low. And stolen by Wright. Ross against Conley. There's the 3. No good from Ross. The Magic trailed by 4. Conley kicks to Green. It's Oladipo on the wing. Back to Green. The shot misses. So the Raptors will take it the other way. Here's Cannon. Covered by Conley. Wright sets a screen. Pass to Davis. Clock at 4. And Wright kicks to Ross. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. And it's a 6-point Raptor lead.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
And Davis sends it back. There's 53 seconds left in the third. There's Cannon with the 3. There's the bucket. Good. Cannon's got 5.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
And Oladipo kicks to Hill, and he gets it to go.
Whether by design or accident, that was a very high-quality shot they created.
Well, for Jordan Hill, something wonderful happened to him last season. The breakthrough he'd been waiting for on his 6th year.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, it had to do, and I think correlated with him getting a chance to start games, and it blew up for him from there. Posted career-high averages across the board.
It's stolen by Oladipo. Hill passes to Green. He feeds it to Conley. Looking to get back on track here. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Magic have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
Here's Cannon. Here's Whiteside. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on.
And we've reached the end of the third. The Raptors out in front. They finish off the third quarter. With a massive 16-7 run. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. The Magic trail by 8. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. We've got DeRozan. Lewis Williams out there with Parker. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Whiteside in the pivot spot, manning the middle. Harris dishes to Waiters. 5 to shoot. Good. Waiters got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Magic. Toronto leading by 6. Parker kicks to Williams. That 3 off the mark.
He hit a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Out to the right wing. Back to Waiters. Pass to Jerebko. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
The kick out to Williams. From deep. Rebounded by Jerebko. Jerebko's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Back to Harris. Fades. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Jerebko.
Boy, that was a pretty assist by Harris.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Harris. And Parker, here we go. Some solid defense from Harris. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. DeRozan against Butler. Jerebko kicks to Waiters. And stolen by Williams. Here's Parker. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And, of course, Tony Parker, so big for San Antonio in those championship runs, but word on the street was that Spurs coach Greg Popovich didn't always go easy on Tony. He really pushed him to the limit.
Yeah, you know, it started back when Tony was invited to the Spurs summer camp before the 2001 draft. One of the scouts was really physical with Tony, really gave him a hard time, and that was really the start of his maturation process in learning to deal with the NBA. And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team. And, you know, getting back to Popovich's relationship with Tony Parker, Pop made the decision to draft Parker. So he obviously saw something. But Pop's a perfectionist, and if you're going to play point guard for him, you've got to deliver consistently.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
They set the screen. 4 on the clock. Williams kicks to DeRozan. Some solid defense from Butler.
And talking about Tony Parker, Pop's tough love with him really paid off. Tony eventually became incredibly consistent, culminating with him being named the Finals MVP back in '07.
Jerebko, the pass to Butler. DeRozan with the rebound. Raptors leading by 7. And here is Williams. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And guys, something new for the NBA is the HGH testing that's been put in place. It's something the league hasn't had too many issues with or even accusations, but better to stamp it out early. And hard to argue that it should be in place.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And then for Toronto. White, he's checked in for Whiteside. And Terrence Ross is subbed in for Williams. Oladipo dishes to Hill. Outside, Green. It's stolen by DeRozan. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Conley with it. He's picked up by Parker. Conley kicks to Hill. Back to Conley. Looking to end his cold spell. And it's Wright sending it back. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wright. Five to shoot. And Oladipo gets to Vucevic. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Now, Ross. Here's Parker with the 3. Vucevic with the rebound. And now here comes Conley leading the break. Green, the pass to Oladipo. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. And Orlando has possession. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. And that one's good.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
Completely agree with that, Clark. They need stops and really can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are nice, high percentage looks.
And he gets the bucket. 12 points for Parker. The Magic trailed by 7. Shoots from the high post. Conley's shot is off.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Some changes for Toronto. Rivers, he's checked in for DeRozan. And it's Cannon in for Tony Parker. Wright sets a screen. Rivers kicks to Cannon. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And Green now, top of the key. Right side, Conley. The dish to Vucevic. The kick out to Oladipo. And good. He nails it. Toronto leading by 5. Outside, out of the Kumbo. Tries it from 19. Rebound by the Magic. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Green. Conley into the lane. From deep. Rebound by the Raptors. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Rivers again. It's Green. Rivers with it. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Raptors lead by 7.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Fans, get ready for your Magic Dancers.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Yes, exactly, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what Scott Skiles said to his team. He told them to stick with what's worked to this point, saying, listen, they're giving us all the space we need inside. Let's take advantage of it. Keep working the ball inside the paint.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Jerebko's checked in for Hill. Butler comes in for Gerald Green. Waiters, he's checked in for Oladipo. And Harris subbed in for Mike Conley. Ross in the corner. Got a piece of it. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. He kicks to Waiters. Magic moving the ball around. And the pass to Harris. Here's Jerebko. That 3 off the mark. Raptors leading by 5. Feeds it to Ross. Shot clock at 6. From deep 3-point range. Rebound by the Magic. Vucevic has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Raptors shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Cannon dishes to Rivers. Ross sets a screen for Rivers. Now the feed to Cannon. Pulls up on the wing. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
And that's an aggressive play to try to get the rebound. Just a little too aggressive.
And unnecessary. That's over the top. That's doing too much, Greg. He wasn't in good position there, and he was never going to get the ball. He just wasted a foul.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Here's Vucevic. The shot, no good. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Raiders against Parker. And he gets the bucket. And the Raptors lead by 5.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
And it's Harris off the drive. Here's Vucevic. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on DeRozan.
Looking at the numbers for Vucevic, he's got 10 points, and the assist numbers, tremendous.
His court vision is on par with anybody. I mean, he could not pass the ball any better than he is right now.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Hill, he's checked in for Jerebko. Gerald Green comes in for Caron Butler. Oladipo, he's checked in for Dion Waiters. And Mike Conley is subbed in for Harris. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Taken away by Williams. Fires the three. Stolen by Conley. To the inside. And it's blocked by DeRozan. They retain possession. Oladipo, the pass to Hill. Tries again. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those playing.
Here's Hill. Yes, and the foul. That one on DeRozan.
Great move to get to the rim. I think they're going to take the aggressive approach down the stretch. Yeah, big play on the front end to finish, despite getting hacked there, and big on the back end to hit the free throw.
.54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. The kick out to Williams. Unloads. Buries it.
That was massive.
You know it. He's stepping right into the spotlight there.
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Green with the ball. Now guarded by DeRozan. Here's Hill. Good work defensively by Whiteside. A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's foul number 2 for him. There's 25 seconds left in the game. Parker kicks to Antetokounmpo. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Still a chance here, but they need to score.
I really agree, but it has to happen on every possession. They need points every trip.
Conley with the 3. But they'll get another chance. Green. It falls! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot. Toronto calls timeout.
Fans, get ready for your Magic Dancers.
Williams, that's for 2. Time expires, and we're going to overtime. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. Well, if you love great competition and neck-and-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1, getting going right now. It'll be the Raptors off the tip, and always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So for Toronto right now, DeRozan out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Whiteside. Then there's Parker. And it's Williams at the 2. Orlando trailing here. Now here's Conley. Here's Waiters. Green up on top. Shot clock at 5. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Off the left rim and out.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
Williams kicks to Parker. There's a good screen. Williams inside the line. Can't get it to go. And Orlando the other way now. Here's Dedmon. The offensive rebound. Waiters dishes to Conley. And Thompson kicks to Green. Back to Thompson. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And there's the foul. It's on Jason Thompson. That's his first foul. Orlando making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Hill comes in for Jason Thompson. And it's Oladipo in for Waiters. And the Raptors also making a change. Rivers, he's checked in for Williams. Parker drives in. It's stolen by Green. And here's Oladipo. It's stolen by DeRozan. Now the Raptors moving it up. It's stolen by Green. Oladipo with the ball. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Green kicks to Vucevic. It's stolen by DeRozan. And oh, here we go. DeRozan. Oh!
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one. Although, if he missed it, I might have. How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Right side of screen. There's the pick.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the
Rivers gets to DeRozan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass. DeRozan's got 4 this quarter.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
And it's Conley penetrating. Hill gets to Conley. With the teardrop. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and they'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Your rep coach checked in for Hill.
Nicely done. Without much separating these teams, that's when you have to make good at the line.
And Oladipo kicks to Green. To the middle. The drive by Vucevic. The stupendous finish in traffic. And so here's Toronto. They lead by 1. Parker outside. Outside DeRozan. There's the screen. And there's the 3-second violation. White is checked in for the Raptors. The Magic have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far here in overtime. Conley, the pass to Vucevic. And it's Conley penetrating. Connects!
Let's look at what Conley is doing.
And Toronto has possession. Now Parker sinks it.
Man, Parker can be an offensive force when he gets going like this.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Outside, Green. Urepko dishes to Vucevic. It's in!
Kevin, they still got a foul to give at this point.
Yeah, and strategy wouldn't be bad to use it if they need to.
Toronto calls timeout. They trail by 1. There's 14 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. What do you think, guys?
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
Definitely. I mean, they're in good shape here, in my opinion. Shot clock's off, but still enough time left on the game clock to really run your normal set here.
The Raptors making a switch here. Parker against Conley. Parker outside. He dishes it to Whiteside. Come on!
Fellas, that two-hand mock to slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're behind by 1. Just 2 seconds left in overtime. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, Clark, but things finally came together for him in overtime.
Looked to me like the amber light on the gas tank didn't quite come on. They still had enough fuel to get across the finish line comfortably.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.
it.